it's me again. So today I'm going to show you something a little different. Today we're going to actually talk about an instrument, and the instrument that I have with me here today is called the Shekere. Okay, and I've got two different sizes, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about these today. So the Shekere is a percussion instrument, and percussion means that it's an instrument that you hit or that you shake. So you don't blow into it or anything, you just hit or shake it, and it works. So the Shekere is from a place called West Africa, and if you don't know where that is, this is a picture of it. So there's West Africa, and it's from around this area, okay? Now, the Shekere is made of a dried gourd. If you don't know what a gourd is, it's kind of like a pumpkin that we grow in the fall. It's like that, but they grow in Africa. So what they do is they take a gourd, they grow on vines, and then they cut them off the vines, and they let them dry, but not like for a day or two. They dry them for several months. So you can imagine making one of these things takes a long, long time. After several months of drying them, then they're cut, they're hollowed out, and they're scrubbed. Kind of like what you would do with a pumpkin, except you don't cut a face in it because obviously it's not going to work. So it's dried, it's cut, it's scrubbed out so it's nice and clean, so that way it's not going to get moldy or smelly or dirty. And then it's polished on the outside. And then what they do is they get some string and they make like a net out of it. And then they put beads all around it, and that's what goes on the outside. In my case here, what I've got here with these, they're not made out of beads. I've got seashells, okay? And my other little one here does too. And they come in all shapes and sizes. This one's obviously a little bit bigger than this one, but they generally do the same thing with them. What they do sometimes for Shekeres is they color them. Mine aren't colored, but they can color them if they'd like. There are also different kinds of Shekeres all over Africa. This one is called a Shekere, but they also have something called a lilolo. They have sasa, and that's from Liberia, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right. They have an exatse from Ghana, okay? So how do they play something like this? I kind of already talked about it, but there's a couple different ways. You can shake them. You can bang them on your hand. Or you can tap it on your knee. So they're really, really cool. Now, you might be watching this and thinking, well, I really want one of these, but I don't really have the money to get them. Well, you can make one that's kind of similar to this. It won't be the exact same, but it's sort of a different way that you can make your own. So what you need is a yogurt container or a milk jug. I didn't have a milk jug, so I used a yogurt container. It needs to have a lid for sure. You'll need some paper, or not paper, well, they are paper reinforcements, and probably some markers. So what you would do is you would start by coloring your reinforcements. And in my case, I've already gone ahead and done that. I've used a whole bunch of different colors. And then what you do is you start to stick some of those reinforcers on your bucket. See? So you can kind of see I've got one there now. I'll put a red one on just for fun. Why not? Right? So that's how I started it. And when it's all done, it'll look something like this. Okay? So now I've got colors. It's all decorative. I don't have any netting or beading on it. But don't worry, we can still make it sound like a Shekere. So what you do next is you get stuff to put inside. In my case, I've chosen beads, but you can use beans, you can use rice. Maybe if you don't like beans, put them in here so you don't have to eat them. I don't know. But anyway, whatever you choose to put in here, I chose beads. Put like a handful of them in there, right? Don't put one in because that won't work so well. But if you put a whole bunch in, I'll put another handful in. Why not? Because that could be fun. All right. And then what you do is you put a lid on it. Make sure your lid fits nice on it. If you're really not sure it's going to, put some tape around it just to make sure that the lid doesn't come off. I'm feeling pretty confident about mine. And then you just give it a shake. And there you have it. You've made your own Shekere, just like what we've got here. And once again, experiment. Maybe you want to put more in, see what it sounds like when you put more in. Maybe you want to put less in, see what it sounds like that way. You can make a whole bunch of them. You can make a whole band of them. So try it yourself. Make your own Shekere.